All right. What's up, y'all? How are y'all doing? So, I need to make like a blog style video because some things need to change and it may be temporary or whatever. But some things are going to change. Update on my job. Got my job back, which was expected to happen. So what happens is we have a number of different seniority categories at my job. One seniority category is company seniority, which pretty much just means the day you were hired. So the day you were hired starts your company seniority. Then if you go full-time in whatever classification, that's a different seniority date. Then you have your seniority date for whatever classification you are a part of. Whether that's package, whether it's like me in the feeder department, which is the truck driving department, whatever classification you have a seniority date on that. So let me break down how the layoffs work in my region or my local union according to the contract. So the first level of layoffs is whatever your classification is, meaning whatever your job is and whatever building you are in, you are laid off based off of your company seniority date. So in your building and for your classification, whatever your company seniority date is, you are laid off by that date. And of course they set a specific number that they're laying off and then they go off of that. Now, after that happens, the following week you are able to bump, which pretty much means take someone else's job that has a lower seniority than you based off of your full-time date. So that means the day you became full-time, you are able to bump someone that has a lower seniority date than your full-time date. So that's what happened with me. The company set up, or they figured out who I could bump. So now I'm at a different warehouse. I'm actually at the largest UPS warehouse, or second largest, I think now. I don't remember exactly. But pretty much the largest warehouse. I am here now. It's a change. And if we're being honest, as people, we don't like change. So do I like it? No. And I just don't like it because of change. I don't know what's going on. I have no idea. One person tells you one thing and then somebody else tells you something else. And then one supervisor says one thing and then another supervisor says something else, and you really don't know because you're not used to this environment. So I don't like it, but I have to embrace the change. It is what it is. I am at the bottom of the barrel. I mean, I already was kind of at the bottom, but now I'm really at the bottom of the barrel here. So, that's my damn trailer right there. I didn't see it the first time. So, my first frustration here is the week I got laid off, I actually was on vacation the following week. So I went out of the country. It was a great reset, everything. But while I'm out of the country, they call me and they tell me I need to bid on my start time and bid on the job that I want. All right, cool. So they give me my options. I let them know what I would prefer. I end up getting something that I would prefer. So I prefer to go on the street versus stay in the warehouse and move in trailers. So I end up winning a bid to go on the street. My first day here, I have to go through training for this warehouse, which was kind of weird at first, but it was fine because this is a big warehouse. There's a lot going on. They have different procedures here. So after I went through the training, I get it. At first I was extremely annoyed, but it was fine. So the next day, I go down to get keys to the tractor for me to go on the street. They tell me, no, you're going to be in the yard. It's called shifting, where we're just moving trailers around all day. I'm like, all right, cool. So my least favorite thing to do is shift. So it is what it is. Then I get a really crappy tractor to shift in. That made that day just miserable. But the third day was a lot better. I mean, it's cool. It is what it is. We just have to, I have to learn how to just be grateful that I still have a job at this point. Luckily, this is a union job. Because the way the economy's going and how everything is working out and what I know, what I can assume UPS wants to do, they want to just lay off and cut the workforce. That's what they want to do. But they can't. So I have to just be thankful that I have a job. So that's the update on that. I have this map of the facility because I have no idea where I'm going or what I'm doing. I mean, I have an idea what I'm doing. Let me not say that. I just have no idea where I'm going. So look at the map for every shift. So yeah, I'm back employed. I'm at this warehouse. I want to kind of give you guys a breakdown of the entirety of what's happening and what's going on completely. But it's really hard to explain, but I'm going to try to explain it. I don't know if in my past video I spoke about this or said what happened. So UPS is closing a lot of facilities. They're doing consolidation basically. So they're closing a lot of facilities, they're closing a lot of job functions and moving those job functions to larger warehouses. So my original warehouse where I was a feeder driver at, they shut down pretty much all the operations except for one. So what they did was they cut half of the truck drivers at my old warehouse. So the half that got cut, we all have to transfer to other warehouses, the warehouses where they're moving all this work to. We have to transfer to those warehouses. So that was the first step that UPS did, was they were moving us to the new warehouses. That was actually supposed to go into effect like April 1st or something, where we start at the new warehouse. In the middle of that situation, they decided to lay off half the drivers that they were moving. So that's where I fell into, and that's how I got laid off with that. So the warehouse that I'm at right now, this is not even going to be my new permanent warehouse. This is just where I am because of the bumping process. This is just where I kind of ended up at this point. I hope that kind of makes sense. So I say all that to say, whenever the economy or whatever gets back to the way it needs to be, doing a horrible job on this back right here, I still won't be, I'll be in a completely different warehouse. I hate when, this warehouse is so large that when you're backing up, you know, somebody could be loaded in a trailer next to you and you just hear this random like boom. You know, you don't know if you hit something or what. This trailer to my right is really, really close. But that's kind of an update on what's going on over here. I'm at this new warehouse. I don't like it. I just don't like it because I'm not comfortable. That's just the honest to God truth. But I have a job, you know? And that's what we have to show some gratitude for. That is much easier said than done. I can tell you that much. For sure. It's frustrating. And every time you have a move, you got to look at a map, try to figure it out. But I never thought that it would take me, 20 minutes to move a trailer. But this place is so big and traffic can get so bad that that's just what happens. So that's the update. I was able to bump someone. So I do have a job, so that's a good thing. We'll see how it goes. I want to get back on the road, but with this shifting this week, I'm gonna have to figure out a way to continue to make content because I was consistent with it for about a month. And I'm very proud of myself being able to be consistent with it for a month. Just doing scenic dash cam videos. But now we may have to do some vlog type videos, shifting type videos. We'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. No worries. But that's the update on me. Appreciate you guys for watching.